Former U.S. President Donald Trump was rushed off stage after a series of gunshots were fired at his campaign rally in Butler in Pennsylvania. The suspected shooter was confirmed dead while a spectator was killed and two others critically injured. Now, President Biden reacted to the incident and he said that there is no place for such violence in the United States. Vice President Kamala Harris said she is glad that Trump was not seriously injured. Trump has reacted to the incident, saying that the bullet pierced the upper part of his right ear. He also thanked the Secret Service for their immediate reaction. According to the Associated Press sources, this incident is being investigated as an assassination attempt. And remember, Biden had also come out and said that there is no place for such violence in the United States and that the entire country must stand united at this moment. There have also been other reactions that have come in. Ivanka Trump has also come in saying that in this incident of the attack on her father, she says she thanks people's love, of course, and she says she's grateful to the Secret Service for their law enforcement officers for their quick and decisive actions on that day. Remember, as this attack has taken place, there has been one person who's killed, two others injured in this, and the shooter has also been shot dead. But Trump, in his statement, also clarified that there hasn't been details that have come out in terms of in terms of who exactly this shooter is. I'm also being joined by Steve Herman, who's the chief national correspondent for Voice of America. He's also their former White House bureau chief. Thank you for joining us, Steve. Firstly, I would like you to take us through the updates that we're getting in, that international media is reporting, as per sources, that this investigation is taking the line of an assassination.
Yeah, most certainly, and that's very evident from what you can see on the video. And the Federal Bureau of Investigation has announced it is taking the lead and it's cooperating with the Secret Service and various other federal agencies. And we're also hearing that the House of Representatives will conduct its own investigation at some point, that according to the House Speaker, Mike Johnson.
Right, Steve, if you could also take us through these questions that are being raised. Although Ivanka as well as Trump have thanked the Secret Service, there are questions over the security lapse in that event.
Well, any time that someone is able to fire a shot and hit the former president of the United States, it's obviously a security lapse of some time. I've been to many of these Trump rallies, traveled with the former president when he was president, also covered Joe Biden when he was on the campaign trail and as president of the United States. These events are always something that make security professionals nervous. This happened outside the perimeter with someone on the top of a shed, apparently a few hundred meters away with what appears to be a rifle, able to get off multiple shots before the Secret Service tactical unit was able to shoot and kill this suspect. And most certainly there's going to be a lot of investigations about this, but to say who failed and why, obviously too premature for us to draw any conclusions.
Steve, political questions also being raised at this point, right? As Biden has been time and again making statements about how authoritarian Trump is and that he must be stopped. People, of course, are questioning if that could have led to the brainwashing and then leading to this incident.
Well, number one, we don't know who the suspect was.
Right.
Secondly, there are some Republicans, including Senator J.D. Vance from Ohio, who possibly seems to be one of the finalists for Trump's vice presidential nominee, which he was expected to announce on Monday evening, is blaming the political discourse, and some other Republican politicians are being much more blatant and blaming this on Biden. And the Democrats also very worrying. Immediately after these shots were fired, when the president was taken away, there were a number of people at the rally who tried to attack the reporters in the back at the pen, as it's called, and some of them shouting, "You're going to be next." So very ominous mood in the country, but for the most part, prominent people across the political spectrum, Republicans and Democrats, elected officials, members of the president's cabinet, the vice president, and of course, leaders around the world expressing relief that Donald Trump was not seriously wounded and condemning this apparent act of political violence.
Right, Steve, before we let you go, we'd just like to know what is Trump's location at this point? Because he did say he's going to be heading to Milwaukee, I believe, for another rally. Is he in Pennsylvania at the moment?
I don't know where he is at the moment. He was just released from hospital a little while ago. We do know, according to the New York Police Department, that security around Trump Tower in New York City has been stepped up as a precaution. Security in Washington, D.C. has also been increased as well. But Donald Trump is expected to be in Milwaukee next week to accept the nomination formally as the Republican Party's candidate for President of the United States.